Going on, Gemini? Welcome to your general tarot reading for today. My name is Lisa, if you haven't been here before. So this will be a general tarot reading for Gemini. I'm going to start with a couple oracle cards. There will be timestamps if you'd like to skip the oracles. Not everybody cares for those. And then I will get into your tarot cards after that. So, what do we have for Gemini, please? Messages for Gemini today. Messages for Gemini. So first we have stillness. Maybe some of you have just been, working too much. Working plus doing other things too much. Running around, too much busyness going on. Then we have Crystal Cave, which is trust. This one always, maybe because it's a cave, I don't know, kind of gives me hermit vibes. Actually, both of these do. This could also be, I don't know if you meditate or just something where you quiet your mind a little bit, where you, so you can be still. Maybe you're looking for some guidance. Maybe you're working on trusting yourself or other people. And then we have Standing Stones passage. This could indicate some changes going on in your life. Taking a different path. So perhaps you need to kind of sit still so you can figure that out. I'm going to move these up because I'm going to use the Crow Tarot to begin with. These cards are a bit wider than the usual. Okay, what do we have for Gemini? Messages for Gemini. Let's see what else we get for you today, Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. The Devil in reverse. Coming out hot. Coming in hot. So here's the Devil in this deck. It's going to reflect, isn't it? It's going to glare. The interesting thing about this card, this card is about kind of toxic energy, feeling chained to things, weighed down, but the chains are always loose. Okay, so it's a thing of, if you want to break free from the chains, you're in charge of that. Okay, maybe that's what the stillness card is about up there. Let's see what else we get. And you know what? I was mentioning the Hermit, and there it is. It's in reverse. Some of you may have been in a period of being still, or in that hermit energy where you're keeping to yourself in order to remove toxic things from your life, whether it is maybe something you do yourself that you feel is not good for you, or whether it's other people, doing things that are not good for you. Because both of these are in reverse. So it's telling me that, you're working on this. You've been working on it. So some of you have been in this cycle of this for a while. Let's see what else we'll get. Messages for Gemini. Four of Wands. Okay, Four's foundation. You're working on a new foundation or something new that it might be creative. It could be a new project. Maybe the project is just you currently shifting things in your life. Okay. What else do we get for Gemini? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be work related. We've got Queen of Pentacles, but the Pentacles also speak of stability, okay? So it can definitely involve, maybe you left a job that was toxic recently, okay? Or maybe you're still trying to figure out how to, leave the job that you currently have for a better job. It could involve more money, okay? It could be that it's more stable for you with this Four of Wands and then this Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles is very independent energy, okay? Very stable energy. It's kind of like, just sitting up there on your throne, doing your thing. Okay, let's see what else we get. That's just for Gemini. These cards are so wide. They're literally the size of an oracle card. The Emperor in reverse with the Devil. Woo, Gemini. That there's some crazy energy. Once again, this is in reverse as well. So this toxic energy with the Devil that I feel like some of you have been working to get rid of, it could be about a boss. The Emperor is Aries energy. Devil is Capricorn, but that Emperor, they tell people things. They tell people what to do. Okay, they're the boss. It's their job. A lot of bosses are great at it. Some take it too far. Okay, some can be toxic. Some can be too demanding or try to control, manage everything. So it could definitely be related to a job situation. This could also imply for some of you, maybe you've had your own business and it turned you into somebody that you didn't care to be. So, you're trying to remove or get rid of that business. That could be a small percentage of you, but I had to throw it out there. Okay. What else do we get for Gemini with the Hermit? Two of Pentacles, it's juggling. Could be juggling two different things. More Pentacle energy. Some of you might have more than one job. Okay. Could even be that you just don't have time to relax. You don't have time to be the Hermit. But I feel like you have been in one way or another. I feel like some of you have just been trying to tune out the noise so you can figure out how to approach this situation. Okay. What do we get with the Four of Wands? You guys are getting a lot of majors. Hierophant in reverse with the Four of Wands. The meanings on these two, it's a little bit of the opposite. Four of Wands, it's that building a foundation. A lot of times it can be with one other person. You see two crows here. The Hierophant, this I usually take as commitment. It can also be about structured kind of authority, or the Hierophant in the regular, like the Rider-Waite tarot, you would see like the image of a bishop or a pope, like a Catholic looking, image, where there's people down below kind of looking at the person because they're looking at the person for, for guidance, for that authority, This can also just say there's a commitment. Maybe you're going to end a commitment. Maybe you're going to go off and build your own foundation and leave the one behind that you were not in charge of, okay? There's quite a few possibilities with this. So hopefully we'll get a little more details when I get my other deck. Let me get one for this Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups in reverse. Two queens together. So some of you, I feel like you're more focused on building this foundation or stability, whether, you know, it could be money, it could be career. You're kind of turning off the emotional aspect of yourself in some way. This Queen of Cups here, that's about emotions. It feels like you might have to do that, put your emotions to the side to deal with whatever this situation involves. Okay? I'm feeling like that's what it is. That you're doing it for clarity, so nothing kind of fogs, you know, your brain, or fogs the path that you feel you'd like to take. You don't want anything to get in the way. So it's kind of like, well, I'm not going to let my emotions get in the way of this. I'm determined. It's a very determined feeling that I'm picking up from this. Okay, so I've got my other deck. I'm going to grab a few more. Especially this Devil and the Emperor. I want to know. I'd like to know, please, Spirit, what is going on with the Devil and the Emperor? What's going on with that? That came out fast. Look at there. Double confirmation. This is the Hierophant I was trying to describe to you just a few minutes ago. Okay, you can see what he looks like, and there's people down here. This is my holographic deck, so it's hard to see. It also came out in reverse, okay? This is what my guides do when they want to, like, raise a red flag. Like, let me know. They want to grab my attention because it's coming from two different decks. Okay, Hierophant in reverse, and again, Hierophant in reverse. There was some kind of contract, commitment. Oops, I'm trying to fit the little skinny Hierophant in with the big, where the big one should be. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm still saying here, this could have been a work contract, a commitment with a boss type of figure, could be relationship. I don't know. It's not really giving me clarity with that just yet. It feels more money or work related, job related. I'm going to get another one. Let me have another one on that, Spirit Guides, now that you've thrown out that Hierophant for the second time for Gemini. Ace of Wands. You know what? This could be, there's something here. Because I was telling you about turning off emotionally to kind of make sure there's no fog in the way as you're trying to, you know, plan what you'd like to do. It feels like right now I've got some fog. Okay. I don't, it feels like, now Ace of Wands, that's a new beginning. It is a wand, just like this is with the Four of Wands. It can be new passion, a new job, okay? But it almost feels like right now there's something you're not meant to know, okay? I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm going to get one more just for the sake of it. It's making it difficult. Okay. Knight of Swords. This is your energy, okay? You are sword energy. You're an air sign. There's some quick movement, quick energy involved with this. whatever this is, this new thing is going to start fairly quickly. The energy is coming in at a fast pace, okay? I'm just going to say that, Gemini. Okay, what do we get for the Hermit with the Two of Pentacles for Gemini? Strength in reverse. So some of you have had a hard time with this whole situation. I feel like it can be a struggle at times, the strength in reverse. That's Leo energy, by the way. More fiery energy here. God, this one just flew out and hit the floor. What is it? I'm not going to touch it before I look at it. It's Two of Cups, and it's in the neutral position. Let me grab it. I'm going to use it because it forcefully flew out from the deck as I was just starting to shuffle the cards, okay? It's in the halfway here. The energy is kind of, it's there. It's not completely upright. It's not completely reverse, all right? Maybe an impasse. Two of Cups, that is a close connection. It could be a friend, though. If this does involve a boss, an old boss, whatever that is, it could be just signifying that this has been a difficult situation. So it's probably been difficult, whether it is, a job, a boss, a friend, lover, whatever the case, however that resonates for you. Because it came out right after the Strength card, which is why I'm leaving it in that position. Okay. Let's see what we get with the Four of Wands and the Hierophant. Tell me more about that, please, Spirit, for Gemini. Okay, and here's the point where you start walking away emotionally, putting those emotions to the side. This person is walking away from the 8 cups that are down at the bottom here. This is with that Four of Wands, building a foundation, the Hierophant in reverse, okay? Some of you are in the process of this change, and I feel like it's a huge change for you. Some of you may still be technically in the situation physically, but not emotionally, okay? Something emotional going on where you're starting to kind of shut down those emotions. It doesn't feel like you're necessarily shutting off the emotions from pain. It feels like you are doing it with a clear purpose in mind. Like, this is what you have to do. If you don't put your emotions to the side, it's kind of like, if I don't put them to the side, then I'll never do this type of thing. Okay? Let me get another one for that one. King of Cups in reverse. Now, he's the king of emotions, the king of love. He's in reverse. Definitely moving away from the emotional side of things. If this is about a relationship, this could even be saying that the other person, they could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That's not always the case. But now we have a Queen of Cups over here in reverse, and here's the King of Cups in reverse, okay? The emotions are not happening. They're not freely flowing. They're being like shoved down, shoved to the side, pushed away, that type of thing. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups in reverse. Ten of Wands in reverse. That's a beginning of a new cycle. Again, more wand energy, and it's here with the Queen of Pentacles. Whatever this is, it's going to lighten your load dramatically. Okay? You know, I love this deck, but it reflects the light like crazy. It's going to lighten the load. When you come out on the other side, when you go through this passage here, it will lighten the load dramatically. Dramatically. Tell you what, I have not been able to speak properly for the past few days. Look at there. Oh, thank you, Spirit. There's yet another double confirmation. And this time, and I love when it happens this way, and I'm going to tell you, it very rarely happens. I am clarifying these cards, the Queen of Pentacles, with the Queen of Cups. This Queen of Pentacles here, the second one, just came out after this Ten of Wands in the reverse that I was referring to when I said your load would be lightened dramatically. Okay, it's going to relieve a ton of weight from your back. Spirit is confirming this, double confirming this at this point. My guides do this all the time. Like, they've done it twice in your reading. When it happens, literally clarifying the first card, the first Queen of Pentacles, doesn't happen very often. Usually hardly ever, okay? But Gemini, I think, you know, you air signs, every single air sign that I've done readings for, you might want to check out Aquarius and Libra, because maybe it's because of we've had Mercury in retrograde, maybe it's full moon energy. You know, you guys, you air signs have been like clearing the way, you know, purging. It's like throwing stuff in the garbage can left and right, you know, throwing away, you know, getting rid of old clothes, whatever you got. Whatever. You air signs have just all three, okay? All three groups of air signs, purging, clarifying, removing toxic energy from your life to get to the other side of the mountain, to have, it's like almost like you're all starting fresh. It's actually refreshing. I love change. I think change is great when it's something that's going to be good for you. And from the looks of your reading here, you're doing everything right. Okay, Gemini? You're doing what you feel you need to do for your own life, and that's all that matters. Okay? So thank you so much for watching, Gemini. Take care. I will see you next time. Bye.